What's up, guys, and welcome back once again to the reviews. Today I'm going to look at another case of Inwin. Inwin sent this one over for me, so massive thank you for those for sending this over for review. This is the Inwin Air Force, and this is a case with a difference where you have to actually build it yourself. So we'll do an overview of this case, but we're also going to show you how it's built as well to start with. So let's get into it. Right, this is the case here. Let's say this is the Inwin Air Force. This one is in their Patriot White, I think it's called, something like that. Justice White, sorry, Justice White. It does also come in a full black colour, so you have got that option there as well. But I got it in the Justice White colour because I thought it was a bit unique, and it's nice to have something a bit different. So as you can see, it's white, blue, and red with a few hints of yellow here and there. Here at the front we've got a filter for intake. There's also one on top as well, which is yellow in colour, which I'll show you in a minute, which you can swap over with this one. It is also possible to put one on the bottom, but from what I could see, once you've got one on the bottom, you can't get the feet on. So you kind of can't really use it down there unless you take the feet off, but then it'd be stuck right against the surface and probably won't get much airflow. So yeah, you've got the front here with the filter. Talk a bit about the I/O. The I/O up here, you've got a USB 3.1, USB-C, separate audio and microphone jack, and then you've got two USB-A 3.0s. And then obviously you've just got indication lights for hard drive and power, and you've also got your power button there as well. The front here it's all tools to take this apart. The front here literally comes off of these little plastic clips. Take that off, pull that away, that's your mesh front panel. And then you've got the slots here for your mounting your fans or radiators. It can take up to a 360mm radiator in the front, or three 120mm fans on their own. There is no support for 140mm fans on this case. It's just 120s all the way around. So if you've got 140s and want to use those, you can't use them in this case. And they just mount into these holes here. So that's the front. Not really much more to talk about on that one. Come round to the side. You've got glass panels on both sides on this one. And again, it is toolless to remove these. These have just two buttons at the top here, which you push in and pull away, and then your panel comes off. And then here we've got the interior. So as I mentioned, 360mm in the front, or three 120s. Same again in the top. There isn't space in the bottom for any, really, unless you take this hard drive so that you could technically get one at the front there. Because there is a slot for it. These panels are basically interchangeable around the three sides here. You've got your hard drive cages here. I think you can get up to four 2.5-inch SSDs in here, or hard drives if you want to use those. Then you can also get your 2 hard drives, 3.5-inch in there as well. Power supply goes at the bottom. There is no power supply shroud on this one, which I think is something that is a little bit missing in a way, which would have been nice to see if you have a power supply shroud over there, just to hide your cables a little bit. It would look a little bit better. And then you've got the motherboard tray, which is up to EATX, so anything from mini ITX up to EATX can fit in this. So it's got plenty of room for your motherboard, and it can get up to a 390mm graphics card, so you can pretty much fit any graphics card in this. This is a big case. It is classed as a mid-tower, but it is a very big case. It's very, very long and quite tall as well. So you've got plenty of room in here for stuff, for water cooling and everything like that. You can easily fit all your pump and reservoir and everything over here, no problems whatsoever. Like I say, up to ATX on there. At the back, 120mm radiator or fan, or both obviously. And then you've got your standard sort of 7 slots at the back for PCIe. And like I say, your PSU goes in there, obviously up to standard ATX power supplies. We'll have a quick look at the top. So the top, as I said, is a dust filter. I won't show you much more of this. It's exactly the same as the front. It's a dust filter. This one's yellow. So you can switch that and put that at the front if you want a bit more yellow showing on your build. I'll put it at the top because I don't particularly want the yellow to show. So I've got sort of a theme I'm going to do with this build. So that's the top. Again, up to 360mm radiator on that. The back, there's nothing really to talk about. It's the standard power supply, PCIe, and obviously IO shield goes there. There is no vertical mount as standard with this. Obviously, if you want to use one, you could get a aftermarket bracket to put in there, and you could have a vertical mount GPU if you wanted to. And then round to the back, again, it's another glass side panel, so you're going to have to be good with your cable management here. And then round to the back here, we've got not a lot really, to be honest with you. There's plenty of tie down points all the way around for zip ties. You do get lots of zip ties with it as well, which is nice. You get quite a lot of them, so you should have plenty to tie all your cables in. I've already put the fans in and put the cables through here. And obviously you've got plenty of cutouts for your power supply cables to come through and everything else. There is no grommets with it. Would have been nice to see that, but there isn't any included with this. And you've got plenty across the top as well to feed all your cables through. So you shouldn't have a problem getting your cables through to any of your components or any of your other bits. Shouldn't be a problem at all. From what I can tell from this, obviously I've built it, so I've kind of got more of an in-depth sort of knowledge of this. From what I've seen, obviously I've had a good look at everything. There is nowhere to mount SSDs on the back, or controllers or anything like that, but there is plenty of space in terms of real estate on the back of this board. So you could use double-sided tape and stick them around in different places if you needed to. And like I said, there's plenty of cable routing spaces for it. The cable management sort of behind the glass is not massive. You've only got probably about an inch of clearance to get cables in. It's not huge, but it shouldn't be a problem at all. And yeah, that's about it really. Like I say, it comes with, I don't know if I mentioned this before, it comes with 4 fans included, and they are the Inwin Lunar fans, 120 Lunar fans, ARGB fans. So it comes with those included, which is really good. So you've got 4 fans kitted out, ready to go. So if you're sticking an AIA up the top, then you've got all your fans ready to go. Basically, you don't have to buy any more. So it's all good. So yeah, that's it, guys. There's not really much more to tell you about this case. I'll just sort of wrap it up at the end and tell you my thoughts on it and what I think could be improved and what I really like about it. So yeah, let's go back up top. Right, so there we have the Inwin Air Force case in Justice White. I don't know what you guys think about this, but I think it looks absolutely amazing. I really, really like it. It's just something different, and that's kind of what Inwin are all about from what I've seen, is just doing things that aren't the norm, and just kind of sort of pushing the boundaries and making things interesting. And I'm really lucky to be able to work with Inwin, and again I thank Inwin for allowing me this opportunity. They've also tested one of their AIs before, and that was brilliant as well, which will be going back in this case as well once I do the build. But yeah, the case itself, it looks brilliant. Obviously you have to build this case yourself as well, which gives you sort of a bit more of an involvement, even more DIY experience when you're building your PC. It's like adult Lego basically. It's really good. And in terms of building, obviously I need to mention about that. It's really easy to build. It's not hard at all. The instructions are really accurate, really easy to read. There's no problems with that at all. It's so easy to build. Anyone can do it. All you need is a screwdriver, basically. Some things are a little bit fiddly, but in all, it's really easy to build in, and it just looks awesome. I really like this. And in terms of like sort of the color bits, you could put that on the other side as well, so you could have it so the blue's at the top on the other side, rather, so you can sort of interchange them a little bit. The top and the bottom are different, so you can't sort of swap them over. But if you wanted it the opposite way around in terms of how it is now, then you could do that as well. And in terms of, obviously, with it being built out of little components, then it's going to be an absolute dream for sort of modders and people that want to paint their case. So you can completely strip it all down, and then you can paint it whatever colour you want. So if you don't like the colour of this and you don't want a black case, then you can quite easily just get this one and paint it yourself, and it would look absolutely awesome. You can have whatever theme you want. It's just, there's so many opportunities with this case because of the way it's built and the way it is. It's absolutely amazing. I really like it, and I'm not saying that just because Inwin have sent it me. I didn't know if I'd like it or not, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be really flimsy with it being like all made out of plastic and self sort of built, but it isn't at all. Especially when you've got the glass on, it doesn't feel flimsy in the slightest. It feels really good. But yeah, I absolutely love this case in terms of the looks, and basically the features are great as well. Now, not every case is perfect. This one is no exception to that rule. There is certain things that I'd like to see a bit different on this. I have mentioned some of them already, but I'm just going to go over them. So first up, PSU shroud. I really wish they'd included a PSU shroud in this, because it's really open at the bottom, so you're going to see all the cable clutter at the bottom. So you're going to have to get really sort of creative with your cable management. Maybe they'll bring one out later, I don't know, as like an add-on or something like that. So if you're listening, then maybe if you could sort of have a look into that, if that's possible. And a PSU shroud would clean this up so nice. Just a white PSU shroud is all you need, straight across the bottom to where the hard drive cage is. And yeah, it looks so much better, I believe, when it's built in. So yeah. Secondly, the fans. In the Justice White one, it would be nice to have white fans with it. Personally, it doesn't bother me too much because the build I'm going to be, I don't have white components. The build I'm going to be doing, I'm going to put my main PC in it, is all black components. So it's going to be a contrast anyway, which the contrast is fine, I suppose. But some people that are probably going to want to do a proper white, red, blue sort of theme are going to want to go all out on the white, and so are going to want white fans. So that would be sort of something to consider. Maybe include white fans with this version, or give the option of white fans. I don't even know if Inwin make white fans yet, but that'll be something to look into as well. Thirdly, the glass on both sides, as nice as it looks, obviously it's, like I say, it's toolless, just unclips, dead easy. As nice as it looks, it'd be nice if the backside one was darker tinted, so it was harder to see your cables. Because obviously, with it being glass, you're going to see everything, and there's no difference in the tint from what I can see anyway between the two panels. So you are going to see your cables through it. So again, you're going to have to be neat with your cable management. It might be the first time I actually do some proper cable management to get that right. Other than that, grommets would be nice on the motherboard tray. Maybe pre-install them, because they are an absolute pain to install yourself when you're doing the build. So yeah, that would be nice. Maybe some points for SSDs on the back, and like controllers and things like that would be nice on the back. And other than that, there is no dust filter for your PSU unless you can figure out how to get it on at the same time as the sort of dust filter at the top, which I personally couldn't see a way of getting it on, because you have to put the feet on the bottom, and I don't want it to be sat right on the deck, just blowing in, sucking, not getting any air basically. So yeah, a filter for the PSU would be nice to see as well. Other than that, no. There's not really anything else I would say that's bad about it. Like I say, the building's absolutely an absolute doddle. I don't know what it's like to build in yet because I haven't done the build. That is coming soon. And the structure of it is absolutely brilliant as well. Like I say, I thought it was going to be flimsy. It isn't. And all the features are there that you need pretty much. But there's just those few things missing that I've mentioned. So that's all I'm going to talk about for today, guys. I am going to do a build on this very soon. Put my main PC in it, and I'm going to theme it. I've got some cables coming for it as well to sort of give it a good theme with the colour of the case, which I think a lot of people will sort of probably do if they get this colour. So yeah, guys, that's the case in a nutshell. Sort of what you can expect if you're looking at buying this case. It is around €200 over here, probably $200 sort of dollars over in America, I would have thought. So it's not particularly cheap, but it is. You're getting sort of an experience with it as well. It's not just a case; you're getting to build that as well. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you a good insight into what this case is all about. And please don't forget to subscribe if you want to see that build video coming, if you haven't already subscribed. Don't forget to like this video or dislike it if you didn't like it. Leave me any comments in the comment section below. I'm always happy to hear from you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.